and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number 2. I'm super excited for today's video because today we are doing a collective spread on the collective energy. What are we all going to be dealing with this week, okay? What is going down in terms of the collective energy for all of us? Before we get started, DM my Instagram in the description below if you'd like a private tarot reading. You can ask whatever question you want. Like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. So let's just get right into it. Where should I start? It's funny because I'm actually not gonna do that. I felt guided to just immediately pull from the romance deck for whatever reason, but I'm just gonna pull from this one first. See what happens. No, that's 10 cards. I feel like I should have took it. All right, so we have truth, spiritual union, and heartache and loss. And then we have intuition, stand your ground, and rest and rejuvenance. Yeah, I definitely get it. I understand why I was being pulled to look into the romance angel first, because we are getting that spiritual union kind of energy. Honestly, this seems like a process. So to be honest, I feel like this is the week of truth, and this is the week of coming together. But I also feel like there is some loss associated with it, which is so funny because spiritual union is number 2 in this deck and heartache and loss is number 3. Yeah. I don't know, we're kind of on, it's really like the make or break kind of week. That's how it feels. It feels like the make or break kind of week. You can be comfortable in this rest and rejuvenance energy in the sense that you can be comfortable that you'll make the right decision. But honestly, I feel like the illusion is being cleared at this point. And I feel like intuitively you guys know the truth of the situation as well. Like I feel like you're not, like I feel like you guys already know this truth energy. You can feel it intuitively. You definitely want to trust your intuition this week. That may be the even bigger theme, because I feel like illusions are kind of just being broken down, and we have stand your ground. So this is letting you know to trust yourself. Trust yourself and your intuition, what your intuition is telling you. Trust yourself and stand your ground though. And honestly, this spiritual union can be the part of yourself that you've been avoiding. So we have clean it up, by the book, and chop wood. And honestly, I'm getting new beginnings with this as well. We have, which one? Oh, it's by the book. So by the book is number 11. 11 for me, especially 11 is typically an indication that we're starting a new cycle, or we're starting a new phase. We're entering a new point in our life. It's a portal for you to walk through. And I really feel like this is going to have to be done very matter of fact. I feel like you guys are going to have to do something this week, to be honest. I feel like, and honestly, this is coming through like friends, family, like personal tea, like, I don't even know if I want to get into it. I don't even want to get into it, but I've had some issues lately with some loved ones that I had to do what I had to do, honey. So I definitely relate to this energy. Not going to use a personal example this time because I'm going to get all wrapped up in that. I'm still irritated, emotionally triggered by the situation, but you're gonna have to do this in a very matter-of-fact way. Honestly, I feel like there may be some confrontation with a family member this week, but it feels like a confrontation that's been boiling over, or like with a friendship this week, because I've had a friendship like this in the past where it's like me and this girl, we spent like every day with each other, and we had to like go through like a 6-month period where we literally like did not speak to each other, because it was just like, not that either person is a bad person or that the friendship can't work out, but it's just like something has been irritating you, but it's something that also provides this level of comfortability. So it could be a friend, could be a friendship, could be a friend, could be a family member is what I meant to say. But like this energy, honestly, where it's like, it's someone who you know, someone who's really close to you, someone who you hold close to your heart. But you're gonna have to stand your ground. Someone has been walking all over you, or someone has been just negative, pessimistic. I don't know, guys, but you're gonna have to clean up the situation, and you're gonna have to chop wood. Chop wood is all about standing your ground, doing what you have to do, just getting to it, even if you have to initiate this. Because to be honest, this is gonna take some bravery. It's leading you to a spiritual union. The spiritual union doesn't have to be associated with another person. You can come into spiritual union with yourself, mind, body, and soul. That's a spiritual union, you know? So this doesn't have to involve anyone else, but there's either a part of you, which is most likely your shadow side, that is screaming at you, and you're really gonna have to tell it to pipe the heck down this week. And I did not want to say heck, but I had to. But yeah, seriously, it's like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it's like your shadow side has been bullying you, or like a friend has been bullying you, and it's really like a frenemy at this point, because it's like you'll tell them about your dreams, or you'll start to talk about yourself, and somehow the conversation ends on them. Or, you know, with the family member, they really like test you just because you're family. And it's like, at this point, I'm grown. Like, okay, I'm projecting. I was just about to get into my tea. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But yeah, guys, it's very important for you to stand your ground this week. Seriously, someone has been, I don't know, either saying something that they shouldn't have been saying to you, or just, I don't know. 3 of Staffs in reverse, the 8 of Cups, and the Ace of Staffs in reverse. Like, for me, I have a little cousin that I grew up with, and honestly, I feel like he just turned 18, or he's gonna turn 18 in September, I'm pretty sure, or 17. Anyways, we used to kind of, like, my family, we're one of those families that are like, we're all fun and games, we're joking, like, we literally will make fun of each other, and someone may end up crying, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that bad, but it's all love, it really is. But I have this little cousin who's really more like a little brother to me, and as he grew up, I literally had to force myself to, like, stop making fun of him, to stop, you know, because you know how, like, the little kids when they're younger, you just, you know, you may irritate them, da 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 da, but like, some family members don't stop doing that. They don't ever make that transition from, okay, you're a little kid, you're beneath me, to you're my equal now. And that's the reality of the situation. Of course, we have to have respect for you, but some people just don't get it. They don't make that natural progression. But I see that it's really been bothering you. I see that it's been bothering you. And you're going to have to address the situation at this point to feel harmony. Because at this point, you guys may be feeling irritated and not even know why. And it's because there's been these times where you just haven't addressed that a certain family member or friend, or, you know, someone in your close circle, romantic relationship has been making you feel a way. Ultimately, there's just like these unaddressed feelings about something, and it's like maybe things have gotten better, but it still kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth, and you're still kind of, you have to say something. Like, if you have a friendship with someone and they've been doing something that you haven't been liking, but you know, you had a good time the last time you hung out, or things have been getting better, so you're like, I'm just gonna shove this under the rug. No, I do see that it's either gonna come back or it's still bothering you guys. And at this point, you're kind of like, what is even bothering me? It's this. It's these unaddressed feelings and emotions you have with someone associated with you that you are close to. With the Ace of Staffs in reverse, that's a lack of direction. You don't know where these feelings are coming from. But 3 of Staffs in reverse, it's like you don't know, and it's just like, You've been trying to manifest love into your life, and you're like, what is this block? This block is all of these unaddressed things from the past. At some point, you really do have to clean it up so you can make room for new things to come in. But if you have too much stuff piled up that you've dealt with, the universe is like, you're not ready for anything new. This person that you want me to send into your life, nobody's perfect. They're gonna come with their own set of problems. You haven't dealt with these last a million problems, you know, even if it's just these small things. You know, maybe it's just having a conversation with someone. I know it can be awkward, but you know, even if you have to text someone out of the blue, like, can I talk to you about something, like a family member? Listen, at the last family function, you really irritated me, and I'm just letting you know I will not be accepting that in the future. Or if you don't want to be that direct, hey, there's something that's really been bothering me. I don't like the way you still pick on me. I'm not a kid anymore. Or a friendship, you know, for me, I call all my friends bees. All my friends are my, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's just on period. But if I had a friend, like, I gotta be comfortable with, or I'm sorry, I have to be careful about that. That's something that I realized, because I started being friends with this new girl and I was like, hey beach, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's just how I am. Like, what's good, my beach? Like, hello, like, how are you? It's a term of endearment for me, okay? It's a part of the culture. It's a term of endearment. But she was like, not feeling it. And I was like, oh wait, some people do take that word offensively. Like, you know, it's just an example, but it's something you really do have to be conscious of. Like, so even if you're letting someone know, like, listen, I don't like that you're always calling me the B word. Like, I'm not your B. Like, I get what you're saying, but with me, could you please, like, not do that? You know, if you have to have those conversations, have them. Even if it's awkward, you have to do it. I just feel like conversations have to be had. There's things that you're uncomfortable with that are bothering you to this day. You need to have the conversation. You have to have the conversation, or it's going to continue to bother you. So, ooh, definitely not taking half the romance deck. But I will pull some of these to see what's going on in terms of love. Like, what's going on? Yeah, we have religious factors, trust, and deception. There we go. And with religious factors at the bottom of this, when it says your love life is being influenced by a religious upbringing and spiritual path, religious factors don't always have to be about religion or spirituality. It can also be a kind of about like your morals and just who you are as a person. You know, how you behave religiously, like, you know, it's hard to even explain, but it doesn't always have to be specifically with, you know, religion and spirituality. You just may be different from someone and you still see a benefit from them and you still want them in your life, but it's just going to be important to set those boundaries. Like, for an example, I'm still really good friends with that girl that I was telling you about. Like, we're actually really good friends and I respect that, you know, she told me like, I don't like that, you know, I respect that. And I, as, you know, a grown person, instead of getting offended by that, and I understand that's the toss-up. Some people may be like, okay, I don't even mean it that way. You should know I don't mean it that way, except me, you know, doing this or calling you, you know what I mean? But it's like, if they take that route, they're either gonna, you know, need some time and they'll come back to you and they'll be like, okay, you know what, that is something I can compromise. Otherwise, we may have to go separate ways, I don't know. But this is a part of the issue. You guys are just different, and not different in a bad way, just different, like you have to adjust to each other, you know? And then we have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So to be honest, I don't feel like you have to scrap this relationship. Honestly, this is so many realms. This is touching, this is friendships. I just think it's time for a check-in with yourself, and through that check-in you're gonna have to decide who you need to check or what relationships kind of needs to be checked, because it's still bothering you. It is still bothering you, whether or not you're associating your feelings with irritation with the situation. It's kind of like, so for me, when I allow things to build up and build up and build up, I won't even know like what's bothering me until I have my next cry. And then sometimes when I'm feeling really, really down, I'll start to think about everything, and then those little things will come up. If you think about this, when you're crying about something totally different, it needs to be addressed. It is still bothering you. And trust yourself, trust the situation, trust that the situation will heal itself. But you know, if the people are not open to hearing what you have to say, or they can't respect how you feel, then they don't need to, you know, be in your life anyway, family or not. At the end of the day, like, if you can't respect me, you don't even consider me family. Like, that's the way you need to look at it. If you cannot stop picking on me or treating me a certain kind of way just because you're big unk or your big aunt or whoever, like, you know, this can't work. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Honestly, I don't even want to open up this box of deception and see what it is, but please just take it as it resonates. Don't make me break it down. What is this deceptive energy? What do you feel like? I guess I'll pull some tarot about it. The only thing that I could think is that someone knows that they're bothering you and they're making a choice not to stop. That's honestly how it comes through for me intuitively. That is how it feels. But I'm gonna pull some tarot and see what I get. But someone is acting like, I don't even understand why that bothers you. You know I don't mean it that way, when they do. And they just don't want to change as a person. It's not that they don't know. There's not that much confusion in the world. You're not confused. Okay. Yeah. The Hangman in reverse, the King of Staffs, and the Ace of Coins in reverse. Yeah, honestly, this just comes to me like they know what they're doing too. They know that it bothers you, and they're choosing not to respect you, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a family member. They're choosing, you know, they're going out, they're just being very inconsiderate. Inconsiderate, and they're aware that they're being inconsiderate. So at that point, that's not even just inconsiderate. That's like, you know, that's like an action type of thing. The Hangman in reverse, they don't want to change necessarily, at least not without you saying something. They're gonna make you say something, even though there's certain things that they shouldn't be doing. Like for me, I swear to y'all, it's really not like, I barely even, well, that's not true. When men cannot call me no B. Men cannot call me no B. I will feel disrespected. I do not accept that. But women, for the most part, like, it really is like saying like, hey friend, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I do her now, like, hey friend. To be honest, I really didn't think of it that way, just because I had spent so long you know, calling my friends bees, which is probably a bad habit. But to be honest, it's just like, they may genuinely not know. For some of you, they may genuinely not know that what they've been doing is bothering you. I don't see how they couldn't know, being that I can feel the emotion you guys have attached to the situation, and it's not good. I don't see how they couldn't know that they're making you feel this way. But regardless, you know, with the Ace of Coins, there just needs to be some leadership in this position. And this is going to be the week, even if it's awkward to like hit people up first and be like, hey, this has been bothering me, even if the last time you saw them was like a month ago. It may be a little weird that you're reaching out like a month later about something, like you let this bother you for a month. But at the end of the day, yeah, I did. And you need to forgive yourselves for that. But you also need to, you know, take control of the situation, because I just feel like something's really bothering you, and it has to do with relationships. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but we just need to resolve it this week. And that's just that on that. So yeah, guys, that was the collective spread this week. That's what's happening. DM my Instagram in the description below if you'd like a private tarot reading. You can ask whatever question you want. Like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and comment below what video you want to see next. I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one.